Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Bacon Babe. Some of you guys wanted to know how I make my capsules, my can capsules. So I've got a quick setup today. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So first things first, you need to have your coconut oil, or in this case, I'm using coconut oil that's already been infused with bud that was pressed into rosin. So this is not the most potent oil, but it is still cannabis oil. So what I'm going to do is I've heated this up now so that it's melted, because coconut oil is obviously a solid at room temp. You can see there's a big solid chunk in there. And I want to make sure that when I make these capsules, they're all as close to the same as possible. So I'm going to make sure that this is completely melted. And then I have about, I don't know, 5 to 7 grams of reclaim right here. That you can see it's not too bad, but yeah, it's going to be good reclaim for what we're doing today. So what I'm going to do is this reclaim, it's debatable on whether or not it still needs to be decarboxylated, but what I do is I always decarb it because it doesn't hurt. It's already reclaimed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of this into here, just enough to cover it, because I want these to be super potent capsules. And then I'm going to double boil this entire thing until I stop seeing the small bubbles come out of the reclaim. And that's how you know that all of the carbon is out of there and it's decarboxylated. So let me go ahead and pop this off. Excuse me. Thank you, baby. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of this oil in over the reclaim. Not a lot, just a little bit. Cover that up. Now you can see. Okay, and so now I'm going to stick this entire thing inside the double boiler, but I don't want any water getting into in there, so I'm going to lower the water level. So now you can see that that's sitting in there. Just kind of enough water to cover the material for the most part, because you're going to heat this whole thing up. You're going to stir it. So I'm going to go ahead and raise the temperature on this. I've got my IR therm gun, and I'm basically just going to go ahead and get this up to about 200 to 210, and then I'm going to let it sit here for about half an hour while I stir this, and that should get me completely decarboxylated. And then I'm going to lower the temperature to about 180 and let it sit for about 4 to 5 hours so that everything really mixes well. And the coconut oil gets completely infused, and then we're going to go ahead and load all of this up into capsules. It's not critically important to let the reclaim, or if you're using bud, you're putting this in capsules, so you don't need to have this be super combined. I could just decarb this and then load it into capsules and it would work just the same. But I like my oil to be completely saturated with as much THC as possible before I do it. So I'm going to let it sit for a few hours. But that's it. And then once I get done with that, I'll be using a syringe to basically just shake that all up, get as much in here as I need, about 40 mils or so. And I'm just going to individually go through and fill each one up, grab a cap, and then put the cap on it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Peace out.